Achievement is largely the product of steadily raising one's level of aspiration and expectation. Success depends almost entirely on how effectively you learn to manage the game's two ultimate adversaries, the course and yourself. Resolve never to quit, never to give up, no matter what the situation. Pursue what you love, what you are passionate about. Don't let somebody else dictate your life's path. Talent isn't as important as the work and dedication necessary to become competent. I never hit a shot, not even in practice, without having a very sharp, in-focus picture of it in my head. The worse you're performing, the more you must work mentally and emotionally. The greatest and toughest art in golf is playing badly well. All the true greats have been masters at it. Confidence is the most important single factor in this game, and no matter how great your natural talent, there is only one way to obtain and sustain it: work. It takes hundreds of good golf shots to gain confidence, but only one bad one to lose it. Focus on remedies, not faults. I'm a firm believer that in the theory that people only do their best at things they truly enjoy. It is difficult to excel at something you don't enjoy. Confidence is believing in your own ability, knowing what you have to do to win. My confidence was developed through preparation. Ask yourself how many shots you would have saved if you always developed a strategy before you hit, always played within your capabilities, never lost your temper, and never got down on yourself. Sometimes the biggest problem is in your head. You've got to believe you can play a shot instead of wondering where your next bad shot is coming from. Pressure is what you live for. If you are going to be successful in life, you're going to have pressure. I never hit a shot, not even in practice, without having a very sharp, in-focus picture of it in my head. It's like a color movie. First, I see where I want it to finish, nice and white, and sitting up high on the bright green grass. Then the scene quickly changes, and I see the ball going there. Its path, trajectory, and shape, even its behavior on landing. Then there is this sort of fade out, and the next scene shows me making the kind of swing that will turn the previous images to reality. There is no room in your mind for negative thoughts. Golf is not, and never has been, a fair game. My ability to concentrate and work toward that goal has been my greatest asset. Don't be too proud to take lessons. I'm not. A kid grows up a lot faster on the golf course. Golf teaches you how to behave. I couldn't control Arnold Palmer, Gary Player, Tom Watson, or Lee Trevino. The only person I could control was me. The only person I could prepare for events was me. And if I didn't play well, I didn't play well, and I wasn't going to compete. The best way to cope with trouble is to stay out of it as much as possible. Pete Egoscue has totally changed my life. Never have I experienced such complete pain relief as I have by following the Egoscue method. We don't have to do a bunch of things to figure out how to win the Ryder Cup. Just go play golf. I'm a little bit too casual, probably about a lot of things, but you can't force good play. Good play comes from good hard work and actually being prepared to play, not being forced to play. Once you play a tournament, you're playing against the golf course. You're playing against yourself and trying to do the best you can. If you want to hit it farther, hit it better. If a guy is a good athlete, he'll end up being a pretty decent golfer if he just takes it up. But you never master it. Even the best players in the world never master the game. I never missed a putt in my mind. If there is one thing I have learned during my years as a professional, it is that the only thing constant about golf is its inconstancy. Concentration is a fine antidote to anxiety. I never went into a tournament or round of golf thinking I had to beat a certain player. I had to beat the golf course. If I prepared myself for a major, went in focused, and then beat the golf course, the rest took care of itself. Complacency is a continuous struggle that we all have to fight. Nobody has ever become really proficient at golf without practice, without doing a lot of thinking and then hitting a lot of shots. It isn't so much a lack of talent, it's a lack of being able to repeat good shots consistently that frustrates most players. And the only answer to that is practice. You have to love something and have a passion for it to be disciplined. My commitment was purely to golf. Tee your ball high. Air offers less resistance than dirt. Golf is you against yourself. If there is one thing golf demands above all else, it is honesty. I've had a lot of majors where I didn't play well until the last round. Keep yourself in contention. That's the name of the game. I usually ended up shooting a good round and all of a sudden, somehow, I won. He had a lot of talent, but didn't have much dedication, wasn't organized, didn't know how to learn, didn't know how to comprehend what he was doing, didn't try to learn how to get better. Age doesn't make a difference either. Whether you're 20 or 70, you can still play together. There are so many different things you can do with golf that you can't do in other sports. The successful people seem to have blinders on. Everything is straight ahead. They go forward and know exactly what they're going to do once they've made up their mind to do it. And by God, they don't look sideways. Keeping the head still is golf's one universal, unarguable fundamental. I came back in '63. I was at the British Open, trying to win my first British Open. And I had what I thought was a 2-shot lead with 2 holes to play at Lytham. I remember it like it was yesterday. Anybody with a proper brain would have played the ball short of the hole. I didn't have a proper brain at the time. But you have to make that mistake to learn it. I'm more proud of the good rounds I've played while hitting the ball badly than of the great rounds while hitting the ball well. I understand my swing well enough to get myself through a tournament and win it. I've made it work.